Hello Airsoft friends, and welcome to this video today where I have got yet another very special guest joining me to talk about everything Airsoft. We have SniperJaco. How are you doing?
What's up? How's it going?
You're actually wearing the mask as well. Amazing.
Mark, of course.
I bet
SniperJaco isn't the person under the mask, it's the mask.
it's the whole package together. I mean, oh man, I could have literally just got some random person and just said it was you. And then, like, nobody would have known. I could have just done that. Oh, mate.
I know.
Oh, hindsight is 2020. How are you doing today, dude, anyway?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm very good.
Oh, staying healthy, doing good.
Yeah, I can't complain. Had too much time on my hands, just playing lots of games.
Oh, sick. What you play?
All kinds of games, like CSGO is my main game at the moment. I've been playing a lot of Armour as well lately.
Oh, okay. That's cool. How do you find it? I find it's like a little bit, in terms of like gameplay, I find it like it's quite intense because it is quite legit. And I feel like I just want to kind of run around in Fairyland just shooting people willy-nilly, you know, like more COD stuff.
Yeah, I mean, well, I play King of the Hill, so that is just me sitting on a rock, thermal visioning people in my rangefinder and just sniping them from like 200 meters, 2,000 meters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty relaxed.
Oh, I think I have to give it a go. I mean, I think back in the... Oh, no, that was America's Army. Back in the day... I mean, this is going years back now. But when America's Army came out, which is kind of similar to Armour, you had to go onto the website, put in your details, and then they would post you the disc so you could then install it on your computer. Because the internet was so slow in that day, it would literally have taken weeks to have downloaded. Because I think it was like 2 gig. So you got sent it on on like a DVD. And because it was like 56k dial-up back then, you literally couldn't download it. So they had to send you a disc with it on. And it was free as well. It was like this massive propaganda piece by the American Army to try and get people involved. It was madness. You wouldn't see that these days. But yeah, we actually go, we don't go way back. We go back probably about a week or so to that Umbrella Armory stream where it was super sick, exciting news that Umbrella Armory are now doing like European stuff. Like what's going on there? Give us a little bit of like insight into that.
So yeah, Umbrella have been in Europe officially for about 6 months now.
Okay.
They first came out in October, but it was a very underprepared kind of stream. We didn't have any kind of like other influencers. It was just kind of we're here now, go buy our stuff. But yeah, last week when the next Umbrella stream was, we had loads of other people. We announced a new gun. Yeah.
Man, that stream was super busy.
Cool stuff.
That stream was mad, man. Like there was like 10 odd airsofters in there. They had sick rewind videos. They did the 1v1. I thought that they were going to be doing like COD or something when it was like, vote who you think's going to win the 1v1. So I was like, my boy Nico is going to get on that and he's going to rock it. But then when I realized what they were doing, I was like, oh, okay. But mate, it looks sick. The BLR, innit? The BLR.
The BLR, yeah.
Oh man, it
like
looks
an MP5.
insane. Yeah.
Kinda.
Oh, are you gonna get one of them? Are you gonna be like rocking it in any videos like anytime soon?
No, I haven't asked for that. I've asked for a special, let's just say special gun.
Oh.
It's not what you would imagine, but I can't tell anyone yet, I'm afraid.
Oh, interesting. I wonder what it would be. Because you primarily use like bolties, don't you?
Yeah. That's what I'm known for on YouTube, at least.
Yeah. Okay. But and is it a bolty that you've asked for? It's not a bolty. Okay. Is it at least going to be like a DMR, so you can still do snipey things, or is it going to be like some mad PPSH type thing?
All right. I'll give you the hint.
Oh.
It's a standard M4, but there's something special to it, and I can't tell you what.
Oh! I think I know. I think thing is I can't see your face, but I'm going to take a guess. Is it a double barrel one? Oh, I don't know. That would be sick. I feel like that would be sick.
That would be cool. An Umbrella double barrel.
Wouldn't that be insane though? Because I remember they had it on Novrich where they were talking about how do you think it should be site legal or not and stuff like that. But I mean, if Umbrella Armies took that double one, because it's a single gearbox, but it then just runs two pistons, like that would literally be what, like a 90 RPS M4, which would be absolutely insane.
It would be insane and probably not legal.
Nah, well,
if I was a site owner, I would be like,
you'd be like,
nah, I'm good.
Oh, dude. So do you have like an idea of like time frame for when that could potentially be?
Well, you see, with Umbrella Armory, you just never know because I had this in mind, and they got it ready for me probably like 3 4 months ago, and it got shipped over to Europe like 3 4 months ago, and it's just been waiting in their European
Oh, Matt,
shop.
get Julius on the phone and just be like,
Yes,
dude,
so
you've got this
I
gun
dropped
waiting
a
for
hint the
me.
other day. I dropped a hint the other day. I was like, well, I can't give any spoilers, but I was like, do you think this part would fit for the gun that you're going to send me? And
Oh.
it's like, they were like, oh, okay, we'll get on it, and they started fixing it up.
Oh mate, it's always funny when you're trying to figure out like sneaky ways to be like,
Yeah,
guys, can
little
you like you've
hints.
got that thing there? Can you please just send it to me now? I know it's ready. Oh man, I feel for you.
Exactly.
I feel for you. So how long have you been playing airsoft for, dude?
What year is it? 2021.
Yes, it is.
I started in summer 2016, so
Okay, it's like
nearly 5 years.
coming up to it. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, I'm up to 5 years.
that's cool. And
I started young.
have you seen much change in like the airsoft scene like over that 5 year period? Like I don't know, has it seemed like more tech coming into it, more sites, more players, like more content?
Well, yeah, when I started, I mean, I got into airsoft watching Novrich's videos originally.
Mm,
That's what introduced me. Um, but that was it was even Novrich, and I think there was one other guy for airsoft content out there for snipers at least. I
yeah,
wasn't really into watching M4 content back then.
yeah. That
But now everyone's doing sniper content, man.
well,
There's
it's
so many.
fun.
It's so much more accessible because you don't need a DSLR or a video camera on top of your gun anymore. You just tiny little thing.
Yeah, the little scope cams.
Mm,
They are super handy, and it's nice seeing more companies get involved, like making the tech for them as well. Like you've got GitUp that make the F1 camera.
yeah.
Foxeer, they released their new scope cam. So I mean even there's some like hunting companies get involved as well. Tacticam, they're making cameras and stuff now and trying to like break across into it. So it's nice that it's like you say, it is so
It's
much more
taken more
accessible.
seriously, I'd say.
Yeah,
Companies are starting to realize that the niche in airsoft for scope cams is there's a demand for it.
for sure. Yeah. Do you think that because like you said, like sniping content, there's a lot. I think that it's safe to say there's probably a lot more sniping content on YouTube than M4 based content. Do you think there's any
Mm.
like any reasons for that? Any reasons in particular why?
Um, I feel like it's because okay, so I think there's more people playing with the M4 platform.
Yeah, yeah, I'd
But
agree
I
with
think
that.
there's a lot of people that just feel like sniping is like so cool and
Mm,
it looks easy and yada yada yada.
yeah,
That I just feel like everyone who's got a sniper wants to show their kills of it,
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. No, that's true. That's fair.
Yeah.
I guess it like with sniping, it's quite easy to build, or it's not easy. It's a nice way to build a narrative because you do spend a lot of time in like hide positions. You can kind of see where the enemy's going and where the enemy's moving. So with an M4, everything's quite quick. So if you're like breaching
Mm.
into a room and you're going in and you got like you're cutting and you're slicing your angles and then you're kind of like going from room to room. I guess it's more likely you're going to get killed. So getting like in like decent footage of you at least getting through like clearing a whole building is probably going to be less likely unless you're sick, unless you're like Nico, because Nico is just able to like clear everything and it just looks awesome.
Yeah.
But I know
I feel I,
it's harder to do that, I'd imagine, than finding like a really good hide position and then pick people off maybe.
yeah, I feel like sniper footage especially is well, in my opinion at least, is a lot more satisfying. And I think the internet loves it
Yeah.
more compared to compared to just spraying down people
Nah,
at
that's
like 20
true.
meters.
I say same with like I guess almost like sniper movies too. People really enjoy like sniper movies, and like when people, yeah, if you say like who's your favorite character in Saving Private Ryan, a lot of people will say
It's
Jackson
Sniper
just because
Jackson,
he's
yeah.
like he's just the sixth sniper in it.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, it's just a cool role, isn't it, sniping?
it's like a
I think that's what got me into
special
it.
little job.
Mm.
What's so with the like because you primarily snipe. What would you say would be your like favorite sites to go and play at?
I pretty much only play, well, I say only play. For the last year, I've only played at the village, Rift Airsoft the Village,
Okay.
just north of London in Hertfordshire. Only because it's a tiny site, all right? And it's actually a paintball site during the weekdays and Saturday.
Yeah.
But on Sunday they give it to airsofters. So you've got this tiny site, and each section is like its own different environment. You've got a little village, you've got barrels, you've got tires, and because it's so small and there's like 120 people there every time,
Yeah.
it's just so easy to get killed. It's so easy. And every time I'm thinking like, oh, maybe I'll go to a different site this week. I was like, oh, but I've been missing out on the kills at the village.
Is it just because there's like a lot of rentals there, so they're just kind of like walking around aimlessly, like chickens with their heads cut off, or is it just people? Like what makes it so easy to get kills there?
I don't know if it's just because I'm amazing, but
Oh,
I think it's just
stop it! Stop it, you stop it.
I think it's literally just because there's so many people in such a small area that
Yeah.
it just makes spotting people a lot easier.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I get that. Yeah. I mean,
And it's not that bushy either.
not that bushy. No,
No.
it's always funny. People always think that dense like woodland sites are great for snipers because there's lots of hiding positions, but it's the complete opposite. It's like
Yeah.
there's like branches everywhere. I mean, just a tiny twig like that just like messes us up completely.
Mhm.
Like we
Yep.
prefer it like it's when winter comes, that's when I'm super happy because all the leaves have kind of fallen and it's much easier to get line of sights at woodland kind of places. So I mean that's why I really want to play at Humber because that just looks super open, nice and clear. Like it's a lot of open areas, so it would be a little bit trickier to get hidden and be in a high position. But there is woodlandy kind of places around it, so if you can get like in an Overwatch position, like looking around, then you should be able to like pick off people for days, really.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the village is.
Oh, okay.
It's just so I just find it so easy to find people and shoot people. It's almost bullying.
Say that again. Sorry.
It's almost bullying.
Oh. Well, someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it. So you've also played at Red Alert, haven't you? Because you did the Gulag 2v2 video there.
Yeah.
I think Nico was in that kind of like calling out to people and like kind of adminning it. What was that? That looks like a ton of fun playing that in real life.
Yeah, I mean, we had it private for the day as well. Besides lunchtime. Oh, my ears falling off.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's sick having it like a private game day in there. Like that's
yeah.
Cool.
The private game was amazing because you wasn't like panicked that you would run out of time to like create content, and it's just so cool. It's just such a unique experience.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, my ears falling off again. I'm gonna.
Oh no. It looks sick. Like when I watched that video, I was a little bit like, man, I need to just. As soon as lockdown finishes, I need to get to Red Alert and jump in that and just like play some. It looks so much fun, and it's not like it's the thing I love most about that is it's just an even playing field, and it's not a question of who's gonna who's got what gun or you're walking into like a situation where you have no idea where anyone is. Like that there's someone there. The map is an exact mirror of what you're at, and it's just then a case of who's the better person, who's the better player. And I bloody love that about setups like that. It's the same thing in COD. I prefer playing gunfight matches as opposed to most of the other game modes out there because it's just a fair, even playing field. Everyone's got the same gun. You all know what the map is, and it's just a case of who is the better player in that situation.
Yeah, I mean it's like I think every airsofter wants a site that's like from a game specifically, like I don't know, like a completely abandoned city or something.
Yeah.
Or a night game in an oil rig or something. I don't know. But the Gulag at Red Alert is what you see in the game. Is it's what you get.
Nah, it genuinely it looks so sick. One of the other things I loved about your videos going through is that you'll put yourself you'll kind of set yourself challenges to try and achieve. Like one of them was trying to get like 20 kills during the game, and other bits like that. So what would you say has been of the challenges you've done? Which one sticks out as like being one of the hardest ones for you to achieve?
So far, I think I've only filmed 5, and 3 are out on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
I plan to do 10 episodes and then we'll see where it goes from there. But episode 3, I believe, with 0.2 gram BBs in a sniper.
Oh God.
It was so painfully hard. Because it was at the village again where I could see loads of people.
Yeah.
There's nothing I could do.
Oh.
I just had to cross my fingers and hope that one would fly straight.
Did you like modify your sniper to try and make it work better with them? Like
No,
put in like a softer hop rubber or
I did
something like
not come
that.
prepared. All I did was turn down the hop up a bit and hope that that was enough. Because I filmed them all in one day. I was like, yeah, we'll just get a bunch of videos bust out,
Yeah.
just done. No, I should have come prepared. 100%.
Oh,
Regretted
maybe
it.
maybe next time then. Maybe next. I mean, which one?
Yeah.
Oh, so that if that was like the hardest one, which has been your favorite one so far? I mean, you said you've got two in the bag that haven't gone live yet. So I guess we can include those two in in this as well. So which do you think has been the best one?
It is going to be one of the ones that isn't out yet. It's actually the next episode, so it'll probably be out. Let's say March. I don't know, but March. I duct taped my left hand behind my back to my belt.
Oh,
and it was how many kills I could get with one hand. And it was just so funny because everyone around me was like trying to help me cock the gun back and like, oh, can you hold my gun? I'm just going to cock it. My right arm at the end was so tired.
Oh, dude, that's cool. That's a really cool concept, though. Like, legit trying to just like play one-handed. It's nice that your team kind of banded around you as well to give you a hand and try and help you get some kills as well. That's cool, dude. I like that. I really like the idea of playing doing challenges. It's like refreshing.
Yeah, well, I made that series in the hope that it would catch on and loads of people would be doing the same challenge as me.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
I'll give that. I'll give it a
I
go.
challenge you. One hand.
All right, I'll try that. I'm more curious of the 0.2 gram BB one, like because I've got my super cheap sniper that actually does the business. It's pretty good, so I feel like that would probably handle the 0.2s quite nicely. But I'm down for giving that a go. Definitely going to give the 0.2 one a go. So you definitely like you've main like bolt action snipers and that. What would you say would be your favorite loadout to run? So that would be like your primary like sidearms if you've got grenades, like things like that.
Oh, I don't run grenades. I'm in video games where you get like a rare item and you're always like, oh, I'm going to save it for like the boss battle or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You never use it.
No, yeah.
You're scared. You think you don't know when to use it. I'm like that with grenades. I'm like, oh, I don't know when to throw it, so I just don't bother. But my primary, I want to say my sniper, but that's boring.
Yeah.
So I've got a new gun which I'm really excited to use in the loadout video. It's the first time I'm actually like cosplaying as like a video game character. So yeah, that
okay.
That would hopefully be exciting, but I can't use that either because I haven't actually tried that, so it might be awful.
Oh. Well, that's a challenge in itself, then, isn't it? Just another one to add to the list for when we can go out and play again.
Yeah, we could do DayZ. It's a DayZ. You ever played DayZ?
I've not. No.
You've
actually.
heard of it?
I've heard of it. I've heard of it. I've never jumped in and played it at all. It seemed like it was all right, but I've kind of not been too much of like a survival person. Although I do want to play Tarkov though. I think that looks pretty sick.
I played Tarkov. It's so painful.
Oh, okay. In the kind of way that's like you grind a lot and then you lose everything if like someone's camping, or is it just like garbage?
It's just painful as in it's not forgiving for new players, or if you're trying to learn.
Oh, okay.
There's no skill-based matchmaking or any kind of tutorials really. You've got YouTube tutorials and that's about it.
Oh god. Okay.
It's painful.
I might.
But anyway,
if I take it on one day, I'll feel like I'll be prepared. I'll give it my best shot and see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, go for it. It's one of those games that I've always really wanted to get good at and get into, but every time I try, it's just horrible. It just
like beats you down, keeps you on the ground, kicking you.
Exactly.
Interesting. I'll have to give it a try. There was a couple of streamers I watched playing it who seemed to do pretty good. I can't remember their names now, but no. Anyway, like we kind of like coming back to Airsoft.
Coming back to the question you asked.
Yeah, we mentioned at the start about Umbrella Armories, and that's how we kind of like started chatting after watching the live stream. What's it kind of like doing bits with them? Is it like quite exciting? Do you get to know much about like behind the scenes stuff so you can get all hyped, like with the BLR for example? Was that something you had quite a bit of prior knowledge too, especially like what it was able to do, what it was going to be. So you could be like, haha, I know all this secret stuff, but I can't tell anyone.
Yeah, it's cool. It's exactly like it's cool having all the private information before anyone else, but it's also stressful to get it all right.
Yeah, yeah.
And working with Julius, who runs it all, because we're not in person, we've only got like messages and calls. It's hard. It's hard to like see in the same eye.
Yeah.
So, it's fun, and it's so cool being in an industry, in an airsoft industry, and a big and popular one, especially a company. But it's not as good as it looks on the tin.
Oh no, mate!
What's the saying?
It's a lot of hard work that goes into making everything look as polished and as shiny on the outside. It's I mean, you go to the website and I feel like Umbrella Armories has done really cool and like really cool stuff, and they've done incredibly well in setting themselves up and giving them like they've kind of like done for those esports fans out there. I feel like they're kind of trying to do what Fnatic have done within the esports scene, and that's not just be like like a team or a company like making products. It's more about setting themselves up as a lifestyle brand. So people who, everybody already knows that, Umbrella Armory has got a sick reputation. I think I was introduced to them through Dutch the Hooligan YouTube videos, because it was just like him in the States, and every video would start going, I'm using this gun from Umbrella Armories. I think it was using like a Crytek SPR or an LVOA C or V, one of those. And it was just insane. Like he'd just like wreck everyone. And from that point, I was just like, man, Umbrella Armory guns are just absolutely ridiculous. And then I went onto the website and saw how much they cost, and was like, oh, okay, that's that's probably why they're really, really, really good. But like I love like the theme of it. I love the branding. I love the the aesthetic of Umbrella. It comes together all really nicely. I was always curious though about any kind of like legal issues with using Umbrella because of Resident Evil and stuff. But I imagine that's probably all okay.
I mean, how long? I think they've been a business for 10 years now, so. Maybe by then they would
somebody would have said, "Oh, naughty," but at the minute Oh man, that's it. I mean, so with your insider knowledge, and you like being a sniper. I mean, we kind of touched on it before a little bit. You said they don't do any bolties at the minute. Do you expect them to maybe like look towards the bolt action area? Because I know they do like DMR, M4, SMG type things. It seems like the only guns they don't do is pistols and like bolt action snipers at this point. Oh, and shotguns as well. But who cares about shotguns, right?
So I kind of teased it with them.
Yeah.
I said, oh, you and I don't know, Novrich should do a collab or something.
That would be sick.
And they said they might consider that as well. And I've also teased Umbrella High Cappers. And I think in the near future, I say in a couple of years, it might be something that we see. That's Umbrella High Cappers, because I feel like High Cappers, High Cappers and Umbrella are like the Gucci items in.
It makes sense.
They would mix so well.
It makes sense. It genuinely. The moment you said that, I was just like a light bulb went off. Like it seems like the perfect kind of crossover because of how, especially in like, I mean, not so much in UK, but in like Asia, like their high capper. It's just ridiculous the things that they do over there with their high cappers. It's just like tricking out a car or whatever. It's just absolutely mental the things that they do with it over there. But it makes complete sense for that to be an item for Umbrella to spread out into. Yeah, I can really see that happening. I can really see that.
I'll push it to them, because I tell you, it would get a lot of sales.
It really would do, man. Oh, that's sick. Interesting, man. I would so love to see them do a bolty. Like, really, I would love to see it, just because it'd be. I guess it's like another area for them, but I suppose it may not fall in the like the I don't know if it's like the company's got pillars or whatnot, but I imagine the company pillars is like shoot a lot, move quickly, and just like smash people, and a sniper's role doesn't really fall into that, because it's quite slow, quite static, very methodical and effective, but it's not really. Like I kind of in my head, like watching the rewind videos, like watching the Nico videos, he's very like his like catchphrase is, you know, stay low, move fast, and he's just always in the action. And I see that's where, and like Dutch the Hooligan as well, he's just always in the middle of like BBs flying everywhere. So I don't think that like it would be lovely to see a bolty, but I could completely understand if they didn't. But I wouldn't understand if they didn't do high cappers now. That's something which I'm just waiting for. That
We
has
need
to
umbrella high
happen.
cappers. I feel like as well, what could you target with bolties? Because you've got high quality bolties like the SRS, and let's say the SS. I said the SG-24 is a high quality bolty.
Yeah, yeah.
So what could you offer above that? What do you think?
I've got an idea.
Perfectly polished barrels, steel, titanium steel. Trigger units.
You know what it would be? It's an item that isn't yet on the market, but it should be. And okay. I'm gonna, one of my VSR, my cheapo VSR I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna be HPAing that at some point in the future. But what I want to do with that too is, I've got a very limited experience in like Arduino kind of programming, because I taught myself it to do a little project I wanted to do. But what I was thinking was creating a little like a server build. Yeah, so you got a server, you got your Arduino, and then you've got like a sound sensor, and the sound sensor would be by the HPA engine. Yeah, so when you pull the trigger, it goes bang, the little sound sensor goes off, and then just automatically loads it for you. So it will change like a bolty into a DMR. And then you could have like semi-automatic VSRs, and that kind of electronic component that would be built into it, that could be something that would be a sick like accessory that they could, if they make that now, I want royalties.
Yeah, quick, paint it
seriously now. Like I want that.
You can sell it off to them.
I'm like, Julius, all right, where's my check? Hook me up. But I feel like that would be a really sick addition. Again, like it's kind of like sneaky, I guess. But at the same time, I was kind of thinking like, you know, House Gamers, when Dayton did his VSR on HPA, and he just built that the 3D printed thing on the elastic band where he was just like and he was just like kind of shooting like that. So it's kind of like that, but semi-automatic, and you don't have to worry about it. So I think that could be cool. So that's something I'm tempted to. Or there'd be like a button behind the trigger. So when you pull the trigger, it then presses the button, and that's what activates. That would actually be easier. Let's just do it.
What about, you know how the Mark 23 works? The double loading.
Oh yeah.
Pistol. That would be, you know, that's something that isn't on the market yet. That's the point. Why isn't stock HPA snipers on the Airsoft market yet?
With the two-stage trigger.
Quick.
That's sick.
It's ours.
That is. I mean, I guess you could mate. We getting the ideas down. Let's do that. Let's make, I don't know, not a walking stick armory. Let's do that instead, and like we'll smash it out. That's a good. I mean, to be fair, you got the SSX 303, which is now out, which is the Mark 23 carbine. So that is that is utilizing the two-stage. But mate, running a two-stage on a HPA like VSR, that would be banging. I need an engineer who can make this happen. I mean, you know some.
Someone who actually knows what they're doing.
Exactly, yeah. I just mumble my way through the stuff that I make, and eventually it kind of works. So that's sick, man. Oh, cool. All right. Well, I think let's put a pin in that. We're gonna come back to that another day, though, for sure. Like we got some ideas that need to get nestled out. But I don't even know if it would be pre-Airsoft, but you've played a fair old bit of paintball in your life as well, haven't you?
Yeah, that's kind of actually how I got into Airsoft. I know previously I had said Novrich was how I got into Airsoft.
Yeah.
But before that, I played a couple of paintball games.
Oh, okay. I saw on your channel as well, you played at Delta Force in Hemel.
Yeah.
I've played there. That was like my local Airsoft, my local paintball, and then I played Airsoft. It's great fun, isn't it? It's good, man. Like the helis. Yeah. I remember, like the first time I was there was like kind of wooden shacks around the place, and one of them, if you looked underneath, you could shoot under. So I remember like getting there, and like because young me was a little shitbag, I just lie on my belly and I just shoot people's ankles when they ran up to the door on the other side, and oh mate, it was so good. Oh, so much fun. But yeah, like you played paintball before Airsoft. Did you just like, when you tried Airsoft, were you just like, this is so much better, I love Airsoft now, I'm an Airsofter now, like screw paintball? Or do you still have like, do you see like big qualities in both and still love to play each other as much as the other one?
Yeah, well, I know in the Airsoft industry, or not the industry, the Airsoft community, it's like Xbox versus PlayStation. They seem to hate each other for some reason. And I don't know why. because it's so much fun. And it's such a similar sport.
Mm.
Yeah, it's got some downsides over airsoft, but I think it's also got some upsides over airsoft.
Okay.
I mean, it's got enough. Airsoft have got more upsides than paintballing to me, which is why I play airsoft and not paintball.
Yeah.
But I feel like all the people who are saying shit about paintball haven't actually played paintball.
Yeah.
They've probably just heard it from their mate. Oh, it's expensive. Oh, your mask will fog up. Oh, the gun doesn't shoot straight. Doesn't matter. It's so much fun, and I love it to pieces.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you use the what's it? Are they called Strike Force paintballs? Is that what they're called?
First Strike, I think.
First Strike, that's the one. Yeah. Do you play with them, or do you just play like the regular balls?
No, I've only actually played with a rental gun before.
Oh, okay.
But that's enough for me. I mean, that's loads of fun.
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, would you say like, because when I think of paintball, I've played airsoft at a few sites that do a lot of paintball as well, and I find it really frustrating because the floor's always super slippy.
Oh yeah,
so
that's what the village is like.
That's a pain in the butt, I'd say, with paintball. I guess one of the main positives I would be like, when you get hit, you can look down and be like, oh, I'm dirty, I've been hit, and that makes it a bit easier. Of course, in paintball you still have the issue of like people kind of like rubbing it off and trying to pretend that they've not been hit. But do you think that I mean, which from your perspective, do you think does paintball hurt more than airsoft?
I think paintball does hurt more than airsoft, only because it's all a lot closer.
Okay.
You're only going to get hit from someone that's within like 40 meters at the max.
Okay, cool.
And I mean, I'm not going to lie. First time I played paintball, I was young, but I got hit and I started crying.
Oh,
that's it.
Oh no. Oh.
But airsoft is only a little sting. You get used to it. Paintball, every time I've got hit, it's always still a bit of like, ouch.
Like it sucks.
Yeah. It's like, your muscles tense up. You just got to walk it off.
Do you ever get used to the taste of like paint in your mouth? Or is it
no, it's disgusting. It's just, in one of my videos, I got shot right like here on the in the mesh of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it felt like I was being poisoned.
Oh god, no.
It's horrible taste.
Oh man.
I don't know why they don't make it like strawberry tasted.
Yeah, I mean that would be. I mean, people would just go around shooting themselves in the mouth, then, wouldn't they? I do enjoy your I watched your like the paintball funny moments for a good time when you're just like point blank shooting the guy like in the head and in his leg, like just going like, oh, does this hurt or does this work? Pop pop pop. Like I must admit that was super fun. And when the kid runs up the stairs and then just stacks it straight into the wall and he's like, oh, I'm alive. Ow. It seems like you can have a lot of really I mean, you can have a lot of funny moments in airsoft as well. It was just something funny about people getting shot with paint that adds an extra factor to it, I think.
Yeah, I feel like paintballing's much more fun with a group of friends who are not into like shooting games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like if I my group of friends, I would rather take them paintballing than airsoft, only because I feel like airsoft is more for airsofters. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's all. I remember when I first went, and there was a lot of people dressed, in full camo and stuff, and it's a little bit intimidating. Like you get there and you're like, I'm gonna have fun playing with toy guns, and then all of a sudden you're like, did I just like walk into like a war film or something? Like what are these? And funnily enough, most people that wear full camo are genuinely terrible at airsoft. I find the more casual people wear, the more they're actually better at airsoft. I find.
I was literally about to say before you said that when I first started airsoft, I used to always look up to the people who had like the fancy guns and the expensive equipment, and you were always like, "Whoa, he's pretty insane." No, they are not. They're always the ones who are just not running, not pushing hard.
Yeah,
just walking.
I mean, I've got full camo now. I used to wear. I very quickly got full camo after my first time when in my my jeans and my hoodie. I was very much like, I need to get proper stuff. So I got like proper camo trousers and stuff. Nowadays, when I go play, I pretty much always wear the camo trousers just because I got the knee pads built in, and that is just like godsend. If you're not wearing if you're not wearing trousers with knee pads built in, your life sucks. just buy some. They're like 30 quid on Amazon, and your life will infinitely become better. Although I would recommend gluing the knee pads in, because somehow I keep losing knee pads on mine, so I have to Gorilla Glue my knee pads in place before I take out a new pair. But yeah, like I find now I'm much more inclined to just wear like casual shit, and like, it's
Yeah.
much more fun. Like I've got a, you know, those army kind of like t-shirts where it's just like kind of cotton here, and then the arms are
Yeah.
made out of that more stiff fabric.
The thick stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like I wore that all the time, and then one day I was like, it was super hot, and I was like, I'm just gonna wear a t-shirt today,
Yeah.
and it's like I saw the light. I was so much happier playing because I was so comfy, and when I got hit in the arms, it wasn't that much of an issue. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go. But it was so much better, man. Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, like with me as well, I don't really carry much extra gear. I carry
Right.
all my mags in my my butt pouch.
Yeah.
And my pistol and my drop leg, and that's literally all the gear I have. So running with a shirt on a nice summer's day is so nice.
Oh mate, I'm there with you. It's funny that how your perception changed. Like I guess it makes sense too, though, after you get more experience, because it makes sense, you know, when you first kick off, you know, to I guess play army almost.
Yeah.
But it's for the immersion aspect, it's nice. But I've got a mate called Ollie who, whenever he plays, he always wears this t-shirt. It's like their university rugby team, I think it was, and it's just got a massive Charmander on it. And every time we used to play, I was a little bit like, what are you doing, man? Like everybody else in our group would be like just wearing full like camo gear and, you know, kind of like WAS kind of stuff. And then he's just running around with this Charmander t-shirt. And then one day I just looked at him and I thought to myself, he's having so much more fun than me. Like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I'm here playing like all super serious and like in my full like super thick heavy ghillie in like a bush, like being sneaky, and he's just running around with Charmander on. He's having the time of his life. So it was that experience where like it changed so much. So thank you for that, Ollie. I appreciate that. But yeah, it is. I do find it funny. Like, you know, if somebody rocks up and they've just got like full on kit, full on like gear and stuff, I'll always kind of second guess and be like, they might be shit.
You don't know what you're doing.
Only they might be. I'm not calling everyone who wears proper gear terrible, okay? I'm not saying that at all. It's just that you get an idea of what they would be, what the kind of skill set they would have, and often that's not the case. Yeah.
Yeah, you learn quickly playing Airsoft that those aren't the kind of people you should be looking up to.
Yeah. No,
just because they've got the gear.
I mean, the thing is like that because there's no real. I mean, I come from a competitive gaming background, so I like the idea of having skill-based systems where, you know, there's either like a leaderboard or you can display, you know, stats about how good you are and how good you've performed. Whereas in Airsoft, the only kind of thing that there is for that is, this is my kit list. And that's how people, I feel like, can often like gain status within the community. Like you've got like, you know, this is everything that I run. This is what I've got. I just bought these guns and things like that. So I would love that. Before lockdown finished, I was working on building my own like a 3v3 tournament type thing. Working with the site. So as soon as lockdown finishes, getting back on that horse.
We're on it.
Like, mate, help me out on it. We'll do good things together. We'll do good things.
The site's not even that far away from me. So
sick. Let's go. All right. Well, that's going to happen. As soon as lockdown finishes, 3v3 tournaments are going to be back on. So watch this space. But yeah, like I'd love the fact that, you know, there just be some kind of like community or system set up where you're just like, yeah, look, like my team's like top 3 in the Southeast or something like that. So that would be absolutely banging. So with those bits being said, last question now for you. What would you say has been your funniest or best Airsoft memory? Or if you've got a funny one and a best one, because often the best ones aren't necessarily funny. You may have just done something really cool. So if you've got a funny and a best one, please do share away.
Sorry, you're going to have to say that again. You froze out for me.
Oh, no worries. So what would you say would be your funniest Airsoft memory? And then after that, what would you say is your best... Actually, let's say Airsoft and paintball, because you may have had like a cracker in paintball and it's still relevant to the conversation. So yeah, what would you say is your funniest? And then afterwards, we'll do your best.
Oh, my funniest... Yeah, it probably was in paintball, because, like I said, I bring my group of friends paintballing instead of Airsoft. And it was probably in one of my videos, actually, where all of us were trying to get up into this middle tower at Delta Force, and one of our friends came running up, and because they don't really know what was going on, the guy from the tower shot him, and he was like, "Mates him," and that was just hilarious. In the video that it's in, you can show how like scared he was and how sorry
sick.
he was.
Oh, you have to send me a link to that. I want to watch that. I feel like that would be really jokes.
Yeah, I mean Airsoft though. Funniest in Airsoft.
Man, I watched the one
It's
where the
hard.
kid kind of like got shot and the BB fragmented in his eye. I was like, oh man, that's scary. Oh wait, you seem to have frozen for me. Hold on, let me see if I can unfreeze you. Oh no, you've frozen.
Yeah, you're frozen.
Oh, you're
too.
back.
Hello?
There we go.
I'm back.
I can hit. There you go. You're back. Perfect. You're back. Yeah. Oh, I said like the video which was a little bit freaky was like when you're like shooting next to that kid and then he managed to get like a bit of broken BB in his eye and then he took it like a trooper.
Yeah.
But like, oh man, makes you think.
It does. I mean, he had a rental mask on as well, so I feel like loads of people are wearing that, and
Yeah.
it could happen to anyone. And the odds that it happened right next to me, I was just like, whoa.
Ah, it's
I
insane.
had to step back. It was pretty intense.
Yeah, not a very funny memory. I just for some reason it just popped up. As,
Oh yeah, that was the
funniest thing ever. This kid almost lost his eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh mate, that's fair. Yeah. What would you say would be like your best, or like if you had like a sick gameplay moment in Airsoft?
Gameplay.
Like what happened in that?
Do you know what? I think it would be from my first ever game.
Yeah.
I had a two-tone M4.
Sounds sick.
And I was playing at Tech Brigade back in 2016. And Tech Brigade, it's a really hard site because all the people that play are pros, and the site itself is really dense. Like there's loads of bushes. So I don't know how old I was back then, but as a wee lad back then, it was hard. And I remember my first ever game, I was scared shitless, but I flanked like all the way behind the enemy team. And I remember coming up behind like two people and absolutely shaking that I would fuck this up somehow. And I remember I killed both of them, and then the game ended.
Oh.
And I only got like 2 kills, but I remember just being so
like
hyped that I'd spent 50 minutes flanking.
Yeah.
And I got 2 people. Oh, it's so cool.
It makes it work. I feel so sad for you if like you were so excited and you're about to shoot them and then your mag just fell on the floor.
Yeah.
And then they just turned around and were just like, oh.
Yeah, that's happened to me many times.
Oh, poor little.
Or just high caps and you didn't wind them.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, that would have been so sad.
Never
Just
using high caps.
That air coming out. Oh, dude. Oh, that would have been sad. Oh no! Oh, there you go. I thought you froze again for a second there.
Yeah, same.
Oh man! All right. Well, I think that's probably an omen. So we actually that's all we got planned for today. So dude, thank you very much for coming on. Would you like to say anything to people who are watching?
Don't throw rubbish on the street. Put it in the bin.
Very fair. Thank you. Yeah, do that. Don't litter, because if you do,
don't litter.
You're mean. We've only got one planet and we've got to look after it. So yeah, good strong message there. Thank you very much, dude. I much appreciate it, and I'm really looking forward to lockdown finishing, because I'm hope that we'll get to get some games going. So
and of course the HPA sniper, which
mate, that's gonna be legit. And yeah, the whole two stage trigger thing. That's going to come into a shop near you soon, mate. It's going to be a banger. So thank you very much. Also, just a quick shout out. Thank you very much to all my lovely patrons. You are lovely and I appreciate it. You're all beautiful people. And yeah, that's it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to call your hits and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.